I think it absolutely is. I'm not sure it's even just shifting the locus of power. I think it's actually fundamentally reframing power relationships, without a doubt. And I think that is at the kind of core, in a sense, of my understanding, anyway, probably of what a lot of what I'm trying to do. And it's a conversation I was having fairly recently with Jonathan in the context of a particular project that we're doing with a very large institution. And that sense of understanding, there's always that challenge between, I mean, it's such an old, but between, you know, the emergent and disruptive, and whether or not that is effectively a kind of challenge to the institution and is effectively looking to kind of replace it. You know, it is a kind of disruptive energy that is oppositional, which is one way to kind of shift power relationships, if, you know, in a context where institutions very often find it very difficult, obviously, to give up their kind of power. But recognition that actually, you know, if we need to move quickly, which we do, I think, in the context that we're in, we're facing kind of, you know, multiple system failure that we need to kind of reinvent pretty rapidly. Then actually, how do you try to create a kind of reframing of power relationships that help institutions to kind of understand the kind of potential of that, the inevitability of that reframing, which I actually do believe is true. I think, you know, the kind of, as the Americans would say, the kind of toothpaste out of the tube. There is such a kind of shift, I think, in people's expectations all over the world, of what is possible and what is desirable. And it's one of the things that gives me a huge sense of hope, is that almost everywhere you look, there are the most extraordinary examples and experiments going on. And I think institutions, I think somewhere in them they kind of know that they have to kind of respond to that, and shifting the power relations in a way that they're able to use their power at the same time as knowing how to let go of it. It's a very complicated conversation, as we well know. But no, I think it is fundamentally about power, and it is a political question, without a doubt.